Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Buhari to face international criminal courts if anything happens to end SARS protesters. You know, in those days, you can do this and get away with it. You can protest, the government can use armor tank, do whatever they want to do, and get away with it. Do you know what it is today? Somebody say times have changed. Indeed, they have changed. What do I mean by that? This is social media and SARS. The whole world is watching. The White House is watching. The House of Parliament is watching. Burkina Palace is watching. Great nations of the world, even the emirs, everybody all over the nations of the world, in Dubai, in Afghanistan, in Sierra Leone, name it, America, Australia, Canada, China, everybody, the whole world. In case you don't know, Mr. Buhari is watching. So they brought up a new thing to say that the soldiers want to do operation wanting a crocodile smile. My dear, do your crocodile smile all you ever want. Don't forget that the social media, the whole world is watching. Nigerians all over the nations of the world are protesting and SARS and police brutality. The nation is at a point of giving birth to a new Nigeria. If you miss this opportunity, you will never a man of integrity. If you miss this opportunity, you never mean well for the people of Nigeria. Nigeria is watching, not just Nigeria. Before we do that is Nigeria, and you can just do your own thing. But today, the whole world is watching. And I really want to say here, Buhari's children that studied abroad, can't you talk to your father and tell him the power of the social media? Do you know we have started our radio? The radio for the radio for NSAS is already on. So for effective communication, the whole world is watching the drama being played as we are watching. Today is the 13th. We are watching. Kill NSAS protesters face international criminal court. Falani threatens Buhari. Popular human rights lawyer and chairman of the Alliance for Survivor of COVID-19 and Beyond, Femi Falani, has warned President Muhammadu Buhari not to use the military against NSAS protesters. He also called the Chief of Army Staff, Right, General Takwa Baruta, risk facing the International Criminal Court if any of the protesters is killed. The army has said it will commence exercise Crocodile Smile V1, which is usually conducted annually to checkmate the activities of criminals across the country during the Ember months. It notes that this time the military operation, which would run from October the 20th to December 31st, will carry out cyber warfare operations to counter negative propaganda by criminal gangs and groups in our social media and across the cyberspace. However, finally, in a statement issued by the ASCOB, advised Buhari to withdraw plans to engage soldiers for what is popularly democratic issue. According to the statement, protesters have commonplace across the world, as seen in Hong Kong, US, France, South Africa, even in Sudan. It is unfortunate that the Nigerian government is sending a signal of military that it has a role to play in a pure civic matter that has nothing to do with the military. Are we at war? The plan to display soldiers to dislodge NSAS protesters is dangerous. It will push Nigeria into the red light district of global reckoning, the statement reads. It urged Buhari not to use soldiers to quench a peaceful civic protest. The protesters have been lawful and few cases of violence we associated with armed thugs disrupting the protests, coupled with the shooting of protesters by security operative, your soldiers. The political class is isolating Nigerians from governance. State resources are squandered by a few corrupt people who over the years have failed to address institutional rot that continues to fuel anger, disruption in our toiling people. Some CSOs, including Central for Democracy and Development, CDD. Enough is enough. The Civic Social Legal Legislative Advocate Center have also condemned the military exercise, saying it condemns the military exercise, saying it is unacceptable and should never be done. They allege that it was designed to crush the civil protest which the youths have picked up to end police brutality. The CSOs anonymously warned that the exercise, Crocodile Smile VI, would only serve to disrupt will make Nigeria distrust the people even more and lack of confidence in our state and institution. So they urge the military to withdraw the operation and remain in their barracks to defend the territories, integrity of our country until NSAS protest is all over. Yes, that is what you should do, because Buhari will face criminal court. The whole world is watching. It's not like before. Social media is bringing up the matter, and the matter is being expatiated, coming up again and again and again. So if you continue in that line, you want to use military force on the people, you are in for a serious trouble. Because Nigerians are watching and are waiting. Not just Nigerians, the whole world is watching. And when you will just see yourself rot and die in jail. So be wise. Give yourself the opportunity. And I want to really pray for you that God will give you wise people to counsel you, because the people around you are not telling you the truth. They are allowing you to get deep into a hole that you cannot come out from. So Buhari, be warned. NSAS has come to condemn police brutality and all that is evil in our nation today. You see, so we must rise up to the truth and to the cause that Nigerians have come to make a statement, and the statement we must make, and nobody or anything can stop us, because you know what, our radio is on already. The whole world is listening. Everybody is tweeting. Everybody is putting it on WhatsApp, on Instagram, the whole world. Let me tell you something. The world today is called a global village. As soon as you put anything online, the whole world sees it. So be careful. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Be very careful. The people advising you to use military, when the chiefs are down, they will not be there with you. And guess what? You'll be termed a criminal. Not just you. Any child that is named Buhari will be termed a criminal, a murderer. If anything happens to NSAS protesters, you wanting to use the military force on Nigerians, remember, the world is watching. Be careful the seed you are sowing. Be careful how you are governing. You've been saying it's a transparent government. Let us see. Leave us a comment.